From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
It's National Child Passenger Safety Week. Is your child safe in your car? If you're unsure, it might be a good time to double check. Car accidents remain the leading cause of death and disability in children in the United States. Thousands of children die or are injured in car accidents each and every year. That News 13 special report is ahead, but first, a major fire on the interstate today as a tractor trailer hauling plastic went up in flames. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Interstate 80 East was brought to a complete stop around 3 o'clock this afternoon when a tractor trailer went up in flames. Fire completely engulfed the big rig. Firefighters had their hands full with that blaze. Take a look at it. The trailer was headed east on Interstate 80 when the fire started, right near the Sugarloaf Route 93 exit. When firefighters arrived on scene, they immediately started calling for water tanker trucks to bring a supply of water to the interstate to douse the flames. West Hazleton and Hazleton City fire departments were also called out to Interstate 80 to bring special foam used to put certain fires out. We're told the rig was carrying plastic. No official word on the driver of the tractor trailer, but according to witnesses at the scene, the driver was not injured. Interstate 80 was closed down at the Sugarloaf exit. Motorists were being directed off the highway. A special cleanup crew responded to help rip the truck apart to get what's left of the rig off the interstate quicker so traffic could get going again. And at last check, at this 5 o'clock hour, Interstate 80 in that area near the Sugarloaf exit of Route 93 remains closed right now. Well, last year, 9 children lost their lives in car crashes in Pennsylvania, and more than 2,000 were injured. Many times, these deaths and injuries can be avoided just by using the proper car seat. State Police and PennDOT want to ensure the safety of your kids when you get behind the wheel. As part of National Child Passenger Safety Week, our Christina D'Amato talks with folks from the Hazleton General Hospital who show us how to protect our most precious cargo.
Baby Aiden Jax Harris and his mommy and daddy are ready to go home. Aiden was born Monday and the little family is excited to leave the hospital today. Being new parents, nurses are in hand to teach them how to properly care for a newborn, like making sure Aiden is buckled safe and secure in his car seat.
This week is National Car Seat Safety Week, and here at Hazleton General we do education for all our new moms and dads. We offer passenger child safety seat education at all our prenatal classes before the baby's delivered. And then when they come and have their babies here at Hazleton General, every new mom and dad is given education on the proper techniques to use their car seat in their car. They're instructed to read the brochures that come with the car seat itself, and also the car manual is very important to read that also, because every car has a different usage for different types of car seats.
Car crashes remain a leading cause of death for children. In 8 of every 10 child safety seats are installed incorrectly. In crashes, car seats reduce the risk of death by 71% for children younger than 1 year old and by 54% for kids 1 to 4.
Every year in our area, the state police do an evaluation. They actually stop parents with children in their car seats to do an evaluation. And it has been found that almost up to 75 to 80% of new parents are not using it properly. It could be something just as simple as not having the buckle on tight enough or the seatbelt not on tight enough, but it could be something that can cause damage to the child if a parent, not even if they come into an accident, but if they just come to a very sudden stop.
For a car seat to do its job, it has to be the right one for a child's age and size. Pennsylvania law requires that children under the age of 4 ride in a federally approved car seat. Children between the ages of 4 and 8 must use a booster seat. State law also requires children between the ages of 8 and 18 to use a seatbelt, and the state police also recommend that children ages 12 and under ride in the back seat.
Many car seats on the market, from the infant seat, which is for the newborn, on up into the booster seats, which are for the older children. You as the parent decide which is best for you and your child. They come in all price ranges, and again, not all car seats fit every car. That's why it's important to also see, all car manuals sometimes will tell you what is the best car seat for that particular vehicle.
If you have any questions, just call the Family Birthing Center at the Hazleton General Hospital.
Along with our child passenger safety seat classes during prenatal classes, our new parents are taught labor and delivery, they're taught breathing and relaxation, they're taught all infant care classes, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, immunizations, and they're also taught infant and child CPR classes.
Now baby Aiden is ready to travel home safe and sound. In the community of Hazleton, Christina D'Amato, News 13.
What an adorable little baby and a great story, Christina. Congratulations to that family on their new addition. Well, speaking of safety and children, parents need to educate their kids about staying safe while playing outdoors and to never play in the road, and also look both ways when crossing a street. In the city of Hazleton Wednesday, a small boy was hit by a car in the area of East Maple and North Cedar Streets. It happened around 6 o'clock last night. The child was taken to the hospital. Firefighters and ambulance personnel attended to him at the scene. A large crowd gathered in the area to see what exactly was going on there. No word tonight on how the child is doing. Police say the boy was riding a scooter and collided with a car driven by Maria Guerra of Hazleton. 2 Hazleton area high school students are in some hot water tonight after getting into a fight and then assaulting a teacher. It happened on Wednesday. Troopers tell us 2 17-year-old females were arguing in the hallway of the high school. When a teacher tried to break it up, the females got physical and ended up punching the male teacher in the head and faced several times. The teacher was able to separate the students with the help of other staff members. Both teens suffered cuts, scrapes, and abrasions in that brawl. The teacher was not hurt. Both teens now face charges of aggravated assault, harassment, and disorderly conduct. Well, 46-year-old Gino Curtis of Hazleton allegedly stole his co-worker's car and took it for a little joyride. Troopers tell us Curtis took the SUV owned by his co-worker, Eric Staruk, who reported the vehicle missing in the middle of the night on July 21st from Polyglass on Oak Ridge Road in the Humboldt Industrial Park. About 15 minutes later, while troopers were en route to Polyglass to investigate, they saw the vehicle parked in front of a business on Commerce Boulevard. Police say when they questioned Curtis, he told them the vehicle was reported stolen. He said his co-worker let him use the truck. Staruk, however, told police he didn't give Curtis permission to use that vehicle. A string of convenience store robberies continue in the area. This time it was the Pantry Quick store at Seibert Street and East Diamond Avenue. A man walked into the store just before 11 Wednesday night, armed with a large kitchen knife, demanding money. Police tell us the robber was a light-skinned man who grabbed the cash and then fled south toward East Diamond Avenue. He was described as being around 5 feet 9 inches tall with a thin build, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans. Anyone who has any information at all on this robbery is asked to contact police. That number 459-4940. One man who was arrested for robbing another Hazleton convenience store was due in court yesterday, but his hearing was put on hold. Leonel Ortiz Colon was arrested for the holdup at Craig's convenience store on West Broad Street earlier this month. His preliminary hearing Wednesday was changed to a new date because Colon needs a defense attorney. District Judge Joe Zola did not set a new date and sent Colon back to the county prison. City police said Colon was wearing a mask when he threatened the clerk at Craig's with a knife during the robbery and stole cigarettes and cash. At some point during the crime, Colon pulled the mask down and police were able to identify him through surveillance video. A few days after the Craig's holdup, Puff and Picks at the corner of 15th and Grant Streets was robbed. At Colon's hearing Wednesday, police said Colon will be charged with that robbery as well. All right, stay tuned. There's still much more to come tonight here on News 13 Live at 5. Do any of you ladies like Vera Bradley purses? We'll tell you where you can win one this weekend. But first, it's been 150 years since the Civil War, and there's an event taking place this weekend to commemorate. A guest joins me next to tell us all about it.
Stay tuned for great local programming all night long right here on SSP TV. At 7 o'clock, it's the Sam Wilson Show. Join Sam as he talks with Elaine Palance. 7:30 is Feeling Good. Join host Dr. Joe Bafiel and Debbie Lasan as they discuss chiropractic care and total body wellness. 8 o'clock is another episode of the Sam Wilson Show where Sam talks with Father Ryan. 8:30 is All Around the Town. Join News 13 SSP TV as we visit local businesses and showcase their products and specialties. It's like shopping from home. If you want to promote your business and share with our thousands of viewers, call us today at 455-7267. 9 o'clock is Inside Scoop. Political analysts Rick Morelli, Mike DeCosmo, and Dr. Dave Sosa talk politics on a local and a national level. And at 9:30 is another episode of All Around the Town. Don't forget about the rebroadcast of our news at 6, 10, and 11:30. And thank you for making News 13 your number one local news station.
It's time for the Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. 4 new releases to tell you about this week. Killer Elite is a film about a retired member of Britain's elite special air service who must kill 3 assassins. Moneyball stars Brad Pitt as the Oakland A's general manager who attempts to put together a baseball club on a budget. Dolphin Tale is a story centered on the friendship between a boy and a dolphin whose tail was lost in a crab trap. And Abduction is a thriller about a young man who sets out to find the truth after he finds his picture on a missing person's website. For showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, call 450-7340.
You're watching News 13, brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Tonight's news is brought to you by Stephanie Salavantis for Luzerne County District Attorney, because it can be morning again in Luzerne County.
When your car has seen her last mile, you want to make sure her old parts and fluids go here and not here. At Harry's U-Pull-It, we dispose of your old car parts the right way, recycling every piece possible. From parts to fluids, when you bring your old car to Harry's, you'll know that our state-of-the-art system is keeping your footprint as green as possible. Harry's U-Pull-It.
J-Bell, a trusted name in jewelry since 1916. J-Bell's hand-finished jewelry is among the finest made in the United States. The secret to J-Bell's success and quality is our state-of-the-art die-striking process, backed by skilled craftsmen. As many as 30 different steps may go into a single piece. It's like wearing a work of art. That's why J-Bell is found at only the finest jewelry stores.
Stop by Howard's Jewelers in the Laurel Mall in West Hazleton to see our magnificent collection of J-Bell die-struck engagement rings.
For all of your eye care needs, including routine, medical, surgical eye care, glasses or contact lenses, visit Dr. Thomas Gislin at Hazleton Eye Specialists. Ask about the 7-minute, no needle, no stitch, no patch cataract surgery, and LASIK and multi-lex procedures. We do diagnosis and treatment of eye diseases, including glaucoma and dry eye syndrome. Dr. Gislin and his associates, Dr. Alexandria Wozmansky and Dr. Frank A. Bucci Jr., provide the highest level of medical and surgical eye care available, with eye care for all ages. Hazleton Eye Specialists, on the Airport Beltway in the Franklin Corporate Center.
If it's local news you're looking for, News 13 is your community news station. Greater Hazleton remembered the tragic events of 9/11. News 13 was there as our local firefighters held a special mass to honor the memory of those who made the ultimate sacrifice. FunFest celebrated America's heroes with tributes, music, food, and fun. Folks filled downtown Hazleton for the big weekend, and News 13 was there for many of the activities. September's devastating flood damaged countless homes and displaced thousands of people. Our Nikki Kreis took us around Bloomsburg, one of the hardest hit areas. As you know, the Bloomsburg Fair was canceled too. The American Red Cross chose a warehouse in the Humboldt Industrial Park as the center for flood relief operations in Pennsylvania, and News 13 was invited to check it out. The president's right-hand man was in the Wyoming Valley to take a look at the damage and to talk to residents. News 13's Nikki Kreis was in Duryea to hear what Joe Biden had to say. You just don't want to miss News 13 live at 5 and 5:30 Monday through Friday, and check us out online at ssptv.com.
It's a national medical assistance program that helps almost 1 million low-income people in Pennsylvania, and Medicaid funds are in danger of being cut. Federal funding for the program is in question as a group of legislators tries to identify ways to reduce spending by more than $1 trillion over the next 10 years. The proposal being considered would cut 31% to Pennsylvania's Medicaid fund, which would affect close to 1 million people. Other programs designed to help low-income families with rent and utilities are also being cut. Anyone feel like a duck yet? We need webbed feet to deal with all this rain, and it's going to be a pretty miserable Friday and Saturday here in Greater Hazleton, with more heavy rain expected. We'll take it outdoors right now for your forecast from the National Weather Service. As we take a look at the Markle Building, mostly cloudy skies for tonight. We do see some rain showers sticking around Greater Hazleton, low down to 61 degrees. We'll see cloudy skies on your Friday, with showers likely and a high near 64 degrees. Your forecast tonight brought to you by Valmont Auto Sales, 501-2626, Route 93 in West Hazleton. And we also have Beachbody sponsoring tonight's news. Justin Mateo is an independent team Beachbody coach, and he wants to tell you a little bit more about Shakeology, P90X, Insanity, TurboFire, and P90X2. Call him at 233-7516 to learn more. If you want to get in shape, now's the time to do it. Just give Justin a call. All right, we head out to another commercial break real quick, and then we'll be back with our live guest. But first, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Your daily number is 715. Your big 44370. Quinto 24981. And treasure hunt 16, 17, 18, 19, 27.
Good evening, everyone, and here's your lineup for Friday. Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy birthday to Bobby Meso. This wish comes from your friends, family, and all of us here at News 13. And a happy birthday to Anna Cookie Wilkes. This wish comes from your children and your grandchildren. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. There will be a Chinese auction to benefit the Catherine LaBarre Charitable Foundation. This will be on Sunday, October 2nd from the Faith United Church of Christ. Doors will open at 10 a.m. and the auction's at 2, and you don't even have to be present to win. You can preview this on Saturday, October 1st. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Richard Torello of Hazleton. A memorial service will be on Friday from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Zion Evangelical Church. Marianne Masco of Gilbertsville. The funeral will be on Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. Mary A. Shane of Freeland. A massive Christian burial will be on Friday at 10 a.m. from the Immaculate Conception Parish at the St. Anne's Roman Catholic Church. Joseph Tansen of Hazleton. The funeral arrangements are under the direction of the Hilary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Ruth J. Roddick of Drums. The Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements. And Angela Carey of West Hazleton. No public viewing is scheduled. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilex Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111.
Shine and save during Toyota's model year closeout. Find some of the best deals of the year going on now at your Toyota dealer. Save big. Take Camry with 0% APR financing for 5 years. Or lease a Camry with 0 down and 0 due at signing for only $259 a month. Plus now get an additional $500 in Toyota finance cash. And Toyota Care now comes with every new Toyota. Shine and save on the last of the 2011s during Toyota's model year closeout.
Groceries Plus is celebrating 20 years of business, offering made-to-order hoagies, daily lunch specials, a wide variety of snacks, coffee, any size just 99 cents, and your Pennsylvania lottery. Check out the newest edition, Sudzer's Beer to Go, and pick up 6 and 12 packs for your outdoor picnics and other functions. So stop by and ask about the specials for the entire month. Groceries Plus celebrates its 20th anniversary.
Over 55 years, Hazleton Standard Fuel Company Incorporated has been serving the area with high standards in the heating industry. Installation and repair work done by certified master technicians. Preheating specials. Convenient budget plans. Call us today at 454-0504. Hazleton Standard Fuel Company, Incorporated.
Anyone can make a phone call. What's important is who's on the other end. We've been doing injury law for more than 35 years. It's what we do most. It's what we do best. It's what we do every day. So if you're hurt and want a lawyer who does nothing but injury law every day, there's no reason to call anyone else.
Call Vello Law, Injury Lawyers.
Luzerne County needs Dick Hughes as judge. With the highest ethical rating possible, he'll bring integrity to our court. Dick Hughes, a quarter century of broad-based legal experience in the courtroom, and as a criminal prosecutor, he's endorsed by law enforcement. Dick Hughes, committed to running an efficient court that saves tax dollars. Vote Dick Hughes for judge. The right person, the right time.
All right, we're back, and we have our live guest with us tonight, Ted Dombrowski, and he is joining us to talk about something that's happening at Eckley Miners Village this weekend. But first, I'd like Ted to explain a little bit about your outfit. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I know it's a Civil War outfit. Tell me a little bit about why you're wearing it and who you are. What group are you with?
Well, the unit we represent is Company K, 81st Pennsylvania Volunteer Infantry. And Company K, for the most part, was recruited at Eckley. There were about 38, 39 men living and working at Eckley who enlisted there, and it was the enlistment point for Company K in Lower Luzerne County. And the rest of the men came from nearby communities as Weatherly, Hazleton. There were some Hazleton men there. There were 3 men buried in the Vine Street Cemetery here in Hazleton that served in our company. All right. And researching the men who served in this unit, they all seem to enlist on the same day, September 24th, 1861, at Eckley. And realize that September 24th, 2011, 150 years later, is a Saturday, and we plan in a little commemoration and remembrance of these men.
All right, so that's happening from 10 to 5 on Saturday. Tell the audience watching at home what they can expect that day if they come out to Eckley.
Well, what we're planning, weather permitting,
right?
What we're planning is having an enlistment scenario. What you may have seen if you were there at Eckley at the time, civilian men, workers, enlisting into the Army at that time. Later on, we'll have a little commemoration, read the names off of the men who served in the unit, and then we'll have a drill and firing demonstration. And then throughout the day, along with our civilians, we'll have the military personnel, civilians available for any questions and explanations that the public may would like.
Okay. Ted, tell me a little bit about, your group and all you guys obviously volunteer to do this, and why do it? Why do you think, obviously you're keeping history alive.
Well, we like to put on wool and run it around in July. I don't know why. It's an individual thing why people like to do this.
Right.
Obviously, it's a love of history, narrowed into the Civil War period.
Right.
And individuals do it for a lot of different reasons. My enticement was the history, the Civil War history, and it's local. Mm-hmm. As I said before, there are men from the town I live in, so it was pretty interesting researching that and finding out that these men came from the town I live in. So.
Right. How many are in your group?
Roughly about 40 to 45 members, both men and women and some children. We're a family-oriented group. Naturally, the women are civilians. They're not allowed to portray military personnel. The men are just the military personnel.
Okay, very good. So again, this is the 150th anniversary of the Civil War enlistment of Company K. You're invited out to Eckley this Saturday, weather permitting, of course, between 10 and 5 in the village, and you'll see Ted Dombrowski and the rest of his group out there with him. So anything you'd like to say in closing, Ted?
Well, I hope the weatherman cooperates, and I'd like to see a lot of the public out, and
Great.
We'll see you on Saturday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us, Ted. We appreciate it. And I like your wool outfit, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, take care. Well, what woman doesn't love purses? You can never have too many, right? One very popular designer is Vera Bradley, and some new patterns have come out just in time for fall, and that's perfect for an upcoming event. Our Christina D'Amato tells us how you can take home a new handbag for a great cause.
Very lucky today to be surrounded by these beautiful handbags. Vera Bradley is one of my favorite purses, and I know it's a favorite for many of the ladies, and we have a special event coming up this Sunday. It's the annual Vera Bradley Tea for Community Services of Sight, and Lori Lissan joins me now to tell us more. Lori, Sunday at Edgewood in the Pines, so give me all the details.
That's right, Christina. Sunday, Edgewood in the Pines from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We'll have a little luncheon. We do like a little tea, and everybody who comes in has an opportunity, a free opportunity to win some of the handbags, and then they can also purchase additional tickets to win some more. So it's really just a fun afternoon for everyone to come out. We have men and women who attend, so it's not just for the women to come out, but it is a great event, and it helps a good organization.
That's right. And you have some of the 2011 fall handbags up for grabs.
That's right. We always try to do what's new, whatever new line she has. And we're fortunate because Elson and Company here in Hazleton is very helpful to help us get all the bags. We have all the latest styles, new patterns, new handbags, everything. So it just works out really well.
And you can take a new purse home for a very good cause. Tell us, people are familiar with community services for sight here in the greater Hazleton area, but tell me a little bit more what your organization does and where the money will benefit from this.
Well, all the money that we raise from the tea does stay to serve all the 3 counties that we provide service in. And we do transportation to and from doctor appointments. We go into the home, read mail, help write checks out. And what people don't realize is you go to the gas pump every day and you know what it costs to fill up your tank. We fill up 2 vans almost just about every day. So it's very costly. So the money from the tea will support our transportation program.
Okay, and finally, how can people get tickets to attend?
They can call us at 455-0421. They can even drop us an email, or we can take just a few the day of, not many. We like to have as many as possible in advance so that we're prepared for the crowd.
Very nice. And Lori, this is something you've been doing for a few years now, right?
We have. It started a few years ago just because I like Vera Bradley, so brought it to the board's attention. I think this is maybe our 6th year that we're doing it, and we do it twice a year. We do it when the spring bags come out, and we do it again when the fall bags come out. So
it's definitely a very lovely event.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Well, we invite everyone to come out on Sunday. It's at Edgewood in the Pines for the Vera Bradley Tea for Community Services for Sight. I'm Christina D'Amato for News 13, and now I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, there's much more news coming your way next with an update on the renters ordinance proposed for the city. We'll also have more on the area's devastating flood. Freddie B chimes in with sports, and we'll bring you an extended look at the forecast. Make sure you check out ssptv.com and make us your friend on Facebook, and stay up to date on all local, county, and state news at thestandardspeaker.com and citizensvoice.com. Stay right here. Your Live at 5:30 is coming right up.
The Mountain View Cemetery, located along North Street in West Hazleton, has served as a final resting place for beloved members of area families since 1900. This non-denominational cemetery is available for all. The new section will use flat bronze grave markers to denote the name of the loved ones. Please contact the Mountain View Cemetery Association, 454-8101.
Savings of the Green Sale event is now in progress. Experience tomorrow's technology today with Earthwise vinyl windows and doors installed by Just Windows and much, much more. Saving energy daily translates into saving money, and saving Mother Earth for tomorrow's generations of homeowners is priceless. So take the leap to more eco-friendly homes with an environmentally friendly windows and doors from Just Windows and much, much more.
Ashley, you forgot about free estimates.
Come on, man. Call today for a free estimate. Tell them Ashley sent you.
When it comes to your health, you need to put your trust in a team of experienced professionals. Mountain City Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, an Extendicare facility, has one goal in mind: helping people live better. Short-term rehabilitation is our business. Mountain City offers you a chance to recover on our STAR unit, a short-term unit for patients who need some rehab before going home. We provide dedicated nursing and therapy services and offer you a personalized plan of recovery through our evidence-based recovery track programming.
Mountain City helps me live better.
Join us Saturday, October 1st for the Seasons Change event hosted by D'Angelo Brothers, 100 North Conahan Drive in Hazleton. We have competitive running, a fitness walk, a kids fun run, road cycling, a children's bike safety rodeo, and more. The first 500 registered get a free event squirrel. The Seasons Change event, Saturday, October 1st, D'Angelo Brothers in Hazleton. Learn more on our website, www.seasonschange.us, or call 570-455-9902.
Take a deep breath. It's all going to be fine. Come on, take a deep breath. Keep on breathing.
Feed a hungry child. Give generously to CEO.
Here's what's happening at the Hollywood Diner this week. Thursday is wing night, 35-cent wings and $2 domestic drafts. Friday, something new. TGIF for Teacher Appreciation Night. There's a free buffet 4 to 7 p.m. with half-price martinis. Saturday, there's a karaoke night 10 to 1 with $3 Captain drinks. Don't forget, Chef One Dishin created a brand new menu. Come try it out for yourself. Only at the Hollywood Diner, where everyone is treated like a star.
Is anyone ready when you are? How about your doctor or lawyer, your contractor, husband or kids? Is their time really more valuable than yours? We don't think so. The Wire guys always have time for you. For lighting or standby generator, we're there. Wiring upgrade or renovations, no problem. New appliances or media room, we're ready to hook you up. Call us for an immediate appointment. We won't make you wait, and everything's guaranteed.
The Wire guys!
The numbers are in, and it looks like millions of dollars in damage was done by the flood of 2011. The waters hit 12 counties in northeast and central Pennsylvania, leaving almost 13,000 homes and businesses in ruins. Tonight, we add up the cost of this catastrophe.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Now, before we talk about the flooding, once again, we want to recap the situation out on Interstate 80 East, where traffic was brought to a complete stop around 3 o'clock this afternoon when a tractor trailer went up in flames. Fire completely engulfed the big rig. Firefighters had their hands full with this blaze. The trailer was headed east on Interstate 80 when the fire started. It happened right near the Sugarloaf Route 93 exit. When firefighters arrived on scene, they immediately started calling for water tanker trucks to bring a supply of water to douse the flames. West Hazleton and Hazleton City fire departments were also called out to Interstate 80 to bring special foam used to put certain fires out. We're told this rig was carrying plastic. No official word on the driver of the tractor trailer, but according to witnesses, the driver was not injured. Interstate 80 was closed down at the Sugarloaf exit. Motorists were being directed off of the highway. A special cleanup crew responded to help rip the truck apart and get what's left of it off of the interstate quicker so traffic could get going once again. As far as we know, that part of Interstate 80 remains closed at this 5:30 hour. It was put on hold numerous times after months of debates between officials from Hazleton and local landlords. A rental registration ordinance will now be rewritten to include recommendations from members of the Hazleton Area Landlords Organization. Mayor Joe Iannuzzi asked council to let the city draft a new ordinance based on concerns and recommendations from the group instead of adding amendments to the original one. Council members agreed and will work on presenting a new ordinance. The group of landlords, HALO for short, met with city officials on Tuesday to review concerns about that ordinance. The HALO reps presented changes to the ordinance and offered input on how the city would better manage the issues without penalizing responsible landlords.
And there was some minor changes, but a lot of minor changes, so we felt that
making all those amendments would be too difficult. So what I decided is ask council not to present it tonight, and if they don't present it tonight, it would fail. And once it failed, we'll write a whole new ordinance.
Earlier this month, Council approved a second reading of that landlord law, but held off on granting final approval after Halo reps had questions about it. Now, that ordinance would have contained steeper rental property registration fees and annual licensing fees. A new rental registration proposal could be available by October 5th's council meeting. It will be months until things are back to normal in 12 counties spanning northeast and central Pennsylvania. It will also take millions of dollars to pay for the cleanup, repairs, and loss. WNEP 16's reporting 12,875 homes and businesses were damaged or destroyed across the 12 counties, including Luzerne and Columbia. And that is just an initial estimate of the homes and businesses hit. Damage reports are still coming in. Luzerne County alone is reporting around 2,750 damaged structures, a big part coming from West Pittston, which was completely underwater, along with Chickasha and Duryea. WNEP 16 is reporting that FEMA is already processing the applications for help from those who saw damage and has already paid out $27.4 million in grants to flood victims here in the Keystone State. When we think of flood victims, of course, the first to come to mind are the thousands of residents who lost their homes and belongings. But we can't forget about the businesses and companies affected, one being PPL Electric Utilities. Power was out all over the flood zone, and workers from PPL were out in full force for days. PPL reportedly incurred $25 million to $30 million in costs after back-to-back tropical storms caused extensive regional flooding. PPL spokesman Michael Wood said the costs included labor, overtime, outside contractors, equipment, lodging, food, and other expenses. PPL officials told our media partner, the Standard Speaker, that the storms knocked out power to about 430,000 customers, calling it the second largest storm in the last 2 generations. Hurricane Isabel in September of 2003 knocked out power to more than 495,000 PPL customers. About 700,000 Americans have a stroke each year. That means, on average, a stroke occurs every 45 seconds. Time is of the essence when you or someone you know has a stroke. The Greater Hazleton Health Alliance knows this and got the word out Wednesday evening at a program called All About Stroke. A panel of health experts answered questions about stroke prevention, symptoms, treatment options, and more.
If you do fall victim of a stroke, there are several support mechanisms available in the Greater Hazleton area. For example, we do have a stroke support group that meets on a monthly basis.
Free blood pressure screenings were offered before and after that program. A stroke survivor was at the program to share their story, and guests were able to submit questions to that panel. People who have strokes or other physical problems sometimes need to go to rehabilitation. Today, former patients came to the Hazleton General Hospital to reunite with staff and each other. It's something the Gunderson Rehabilitation Center at the Hazleton General Hospital holds every year. It's a time to bring back all the patients that graduated from the therapy program.
We do have the assets right here in our area. We have the doctors, we have a great unit, and a staff that curtails your program to your specific needs.
It's a nice annual event that we have during Rehab Week to celebrate the patients that we've had gone through our program and to see how well they're doing now that they've graduated from the rehab program.
Over munchies and dessert, they had the chance to meet former patients and catch up with the nurses since leaving that program. Many have made friends with the staff during the time they spent at the hospital. The Gunderson Rehabilitation Center provides inpatient rehab in a hospital-based setting. All right, stay tuned. There's much more to come tonight here on your community news station. Could there be rain in the forecast this weekend? We'll have your extended look coming up. I laugh because, of course, there will be. But first, how safe is your child when you're driving? We'll tell you what to look for when it comes to checking out safety seats.
It's time for the Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. 4 new releases to tell you about this week. Killer Elite is a film about a retired member of Britain's elite special air service who must kill 3 assassins. Moneyball stars Brad Pitt as the Oakland A's general manager who attempts to put together a baseball club on a budget.
Dolphin Tale is a story centered on the friendship between a boy and a dolphin whose tail was lost in a crab trap. And Abduction is a thriller about a young man who sets out to find the truth after he finds his picture on a missing person's website. For showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 450-7454, or to speak to a movie attendant, call 450-7340.
You're watching News 13 with Janine Mazurkevich, Kristen Bazinski, Christina D'Amato, and Nikki Grimes.
Tonight's news is brought to you by Stephanie Salavantis for Luzerne County District Attorney, because it can be morning again in Luzerne County.
Oh, fumble!
I'll be here all day!
Yep, it's football season. And great deals are waiting for you at Berger Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Like a new Jeep Patriot 4x4 starting at $18,495. Plus, we'll pay more for your trade guaranteed. Just off I-81, exit 145 Hazleton. Since 1921, drive with experience.
When it comes to all of your grocery needs, shop Boyer's Food Markets at 2 locations, 15th Street in Hazleton and South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Here are this week's specials. Every weekend, look in our hot food area for wings, tenders, and other party favorites. Don't forget about our gift cards and our senior citizens discounts. We also have double coupons every day. You can also go to BoyersFood.com for our weekly circular, monthly super specials, and much more. It's all at Boyer's Food Markets in Hazleton and McAdoo.
Sciatica is defined as pain that radiates from the lower back and is caused by the irritation of the sciatic nerves. Sciatica can cause tremendous pain, and normal daily activities become almost impossible. Chiropractic care works on correcting or removing the pressure placed on the sciatic nerve and reducing pain. To see if chiropractic care may be able to help you, give Dr. Joe Bafil at the Field Family Chiropractic a call today, 570-788-3737.
We're still coming to Jimmy's.
We are too!
No one plans to be hurt. I'm attorney Conrad Falvello, and I have yet to meet anyone who would trade their health for money. But if you've had your livelihood taken away by someone else, don't kid yourself. No one's going to hand you a check. At Falvello Law, injury law is what we do every day. It's the only thing we do every day.
Falvello Law, injury lawyers.
Last year, 9 children lost their lives in car crashes in Pennsylvania, and more than 2,000 were injured. Many times, these deaths and injuries can be avoided just by using the proper car seat. State Police and PennDOT want to ensure the safety of your kids when you get behind the wheel. As part of National Child Passenger Safety Week, our Christina D'Amato talks with folks from the Hazleton General Hospital who show us how to protect our most precious cargo.
Baby Aiden Jax Harris and his mommy and daddy are ready to go home. Aiden was born Monday, and the little family is excited to leave the hospital today. Being new parents, nurses are in hand to teach them how to properly care for a newborn, like making sure Aiden is buckled safe and secure in his car seat.
This week is National Car Seat Safety Week, and here at Hazleton General we do education for all our new moms and dads. We offer passenger child safety seat education at all our prenatal classes before the baby's delivered. And then when they come and have their babies here at Hazleton General, every new mom and dad is given education on the proper techniques to use their car seat in their car. They're instructed to read the brochures that come with the car seat itself, and also the car manual is very important to read that also, because every car has a different usage for different types of car seats.
Car crashes remain a leading cause of death for children. In 8 of every 10 child safety seats are installed incorrectly. In crashes, car seats reduce the risk of death by 71% for children younger than 1 year old and by 54% for kids 1 to 4.
Every year in our area, the state police do an evaluation. They actually stop parents with children in their car seats to do an evaluation. And it has been found that almost up to 75 to 80% of new parents are not using it properly. It could be something just as simple as not having the buckle on tight enough or the seatbelt not on tight enough, but it could be something that can cause damage to the child if a parent, not even if they come into an accident, but if they just come to a very sudden stop.
For a car seat to do its job, it has to be the right one for a child's age and size. Pennsylvania law requires that children under the age of 4 ride in a federally approved car seat. Children between the ages of 4 and 8 must use a booster seat. State law also requires children between the ages of 8 and 18 to use a seatbelt, and the state police also recommend that children ages 12 and under ride in the back seat.
Many car seats on the market, from the infant seat, which is for the newborn, on up into the booster seats, which are for the older children. You as the parent decide which is best for you and your child. They come in all price ranges, and again, not all car seats fit every car. That's why it's important to also see, all car manuals sometimes will tell you what is the best car seat for that particular vehicle.
If you have any questions, just call the Family Birthing Center at the Hazleton General Hospital.
Along with our child passenger safety seat classes during prenatal classes, our new parents are taught labor and delivery, they're taught breathing and relaxation, they're taught all infant care classes, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, immunizations, and they're also taught infant and child CPR classes.
Now baby Aiden is ready to travel home safe and sound. In the community of Hazleton, Christina D'Amato, News 13.
I so want to just take that baby and snuggle with him. Congratulations to the new parents on their birth of baby Aiden. A couple days old and he's already a movie star. All right, in other news tonight, a string of convenience store robberies continues in the area. This time it was the Pantry Quick store at Seibert Street and East Diamond Avenue. A man walked into the store just before 11 Wednesday night armed with a large kitchen knife demanding money. Police tell us the robber was a light-skinned man who grabbed the cash and then fled south toward East Diamond Avenue. He was described as being around 5 feet 9 inches tall with a thin build, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and blue jeans. Anyone who has any information at all on the robbery is asked to contact police. That number, 459-4940. One man who was arrested for robbing another Hazleton convenience store was due in court yesterday, but his hearing was put on hold. Leonel Ortiz Colon was arrested for the holdup at Craig's convenience store on West Broad Street earlier this month. His preliminary hearing Wednesday was changed to a new date because Colon needs a defense attorney. District Judge Joe Zola did not set a new date for that hearing and sent Colon back to the county prison in the meantime. City police say Colon was wearing a mask when he threatened the clerk at Craig's with a knife during the robbery and stole cigarettes and cash. At some point during the crime, Colon pulled the mask down and police were able to identify him through surveillance video. A few days after the Craig's holdup, Puff and Picks at the corner of 15th and Grant Streets was robbed. At Colon's hearing Wednesday, police said he will also be charged with that robbery as well. There's lots more still to come tonight here on News 13. Freddie B's up next with local sports. And later, if you have outdoor plans this weekend, you'll want to pay close attention. The full forecast is coming up, and there may just be some rain.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on Channel 13, you will have 13 minutes to call in and win a free pay-per-view movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Tonight's winner, Jeffrey S. Young of Freeland. Jeffrey, if you're watching, give us a call right now at 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Schumann Disposal Incorporated is a local family-owned company proudly serving Cunningham, Sugarloaf, Drums, and Beech Mountain since 1963. Roll-off and rear-load containers are available. To schedule weekly trash pickup and container services, give Schumann Disposal a call, 788-1294. Our business is picking up.
The Top of the 80s is now serving Sunday breakfast from 8 to 12. Stop in this Sunday for these delicious morning meals.
The Mountain View Cemetery, located along North Street in West Hazleton, has served as a final resting place for beloved members of area families since 1900. This non-denominational cemetery is available for all. The new section will use flat bronze grave markers to denote the name of the loved ones. Please contact the Mountain View Cemetery Association, 454-8101.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Let's start with a couple of things that simply are the truth. One, Hazleton area has struggled, no matter what the sport, against Abington Heights. It's not a school that they've owned a lot of victories against. Second one is that the Lady Cougar field hockey team the last couple of years, well, they struggled and really have not won a lot of games. So when you put the two factors together, you're figuring things looking good for Abington Heights, right? Well, got a couple changes coming here. Lady Cougar field hockey, 5-0 winners over Abington Heights. And that's their fourth win in a row. And it's been several years since the field hockey gang has run off a string of 4 straight victories. Selena Garzio and her sister Kayla Garzio leading the charge again. The girls look pretty good, shutting out Abington Heights 5-0, the score there. In tennis action, Tunkhannock 3-2 over MMI. Gabriela Lobitz, though, she won 6-3 and 6-1, but not enough, as the doubles ended up going Tunkhannock's way, and that was the difference in the match. Meanwhile, in golf, Crestwood, MMI, Crestwood, really on their game yesterday. They knock off the Preppers on the links. Volleyball action, straight sets, all Lady Cougars. Hazleton area, 3-0 over Pittston, as Meg Baranko led the way. The Lady Cougars get the W. Meanwhile, MMI and Berwick battled it out. And when the dust settled in this very close one, MMI wins 3-2 as Alyssa Triano led the way for Bruce Young and the MMI Preppers. Meanwhile, let's go to cross country, where MMI gets the win over Myers, but came up short against Lake Lehman. And then Tunkhannock, well, they beat both Lake Lehman and MMI. On the girls' side, well, it kind of looks familiar. Take a look. MMI squeaks by. Meanwhile, Lake Lehman gets the win over the Preppers, and Tunkhannock, they beat up on MMI. Lake Lehman won overall on the girls' side, so a split for the MMI Preppers. Here's what we've got going today. Out on the links, it's Hazleton area MMI taking on Wyoming Valley West up at the Iram Country Club. Meanwhile, soccer action finds the Cougars stepping out of the Wyoming Valley Conference. They're taking on Lehighton, the Wyoming area. They're in town to take on the Preppers. Tennis action, MMI at Tamaqua. Volleyball, MMI hosting Wyoming area, while the Marion Phillies are hosting Williams Valley. Field hockey, Hazleton area will try to keep it rolling tonight. Under the lights, they play Wyoming Sem. That one up on the west side of the Wyoming Valley. Let's go to Major League Baseball, where Tampa Bay, suddenly the bats have gone very cold. 3 games against the Yankees. The good pitching of New York has stifled Joe Maddon's club. They'll try to salvage the 4th and final game of that series tonight in Yankee Stadium. They go against Bartolo Colon. The Mets and Cardinals creeping up on the wild card. Phils in Washington. It's a yawner because it means nothing for the fighting Phils. We'll take a look and see how that all pans out. Today, Thursday, is Rack 'em Up Rib Night at Bottlenecks. They're racking up flavor with fire-grilled ribs. You get a half a rack. Meaty, fall off the bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, simply smothered in sweet barbecue sauce, fire-grilled and served up with bottomless fries for just $9.95. That's a pretty good deal, and when you taste them, it's even better.
Everyone knows that Bottlenecks is the home of award-winning wings and mouth-watering steaks,
But now a new, tasty reason to stop by. Brand new fire-grilled ribs. A half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, fire-grilled to perfection. And the best night to give them a try is Thursday for Rack 'em Up Rib Night, featuring the delicious ribs served with bottomless fries for only $9.95. Bottlenecks is open 7 days a week. The kitchen is open till midnight every day. There's always a reason to stop by Bottlenecks.
Take a deep breath. It's all gonna be fine. Come on, take a deep breath. Keep on breathing.
Feed a hungry child. Give generously to CEO.
At Crop and Hughes Funeral Homes, we help you write the ending your loved one would have wanted. Every life tells a story about honor and sacrifice, about devotion and love. We not only take care of all arrangements connected with the memorial service, our specialty is in capturing the essence of a unique life for family and friends to celebrate. In writing a memorable final chapter as a fitting tribute. Crop and Hughes, here for you for more than 60 years. With 2 locations in the Hazleton area. We're not just at your service, we're by your side.
All right, let's see what the forecast has in store for us for the weekend. It looks like it's going to be about Sunday till we see the sun shining again. But first for tonight, some rain showers possible with a low down to 61 degrees. The clouds remain. Your sun sets at 7:02. Your sun rises again on your Friday, TGIF everyone, at 6:52 in the morning. Averages and records on your screen right now. And as we head to your 4-day outlook, here it goes. Friday is rain-filled, cloudy skies, high near 64. Friday night, the showers continue, dipping down to 57. 67's our high on Saturday with a 40% chance of showers, cloudy skies. Saturday night, showers are likely with mostly cloudy skies, low down to 55. Now Sunday, it's expected to be about partly sunny out there with a high up to 67 degrees, but there is still a chance of showers coming our way. Monday, when we return back to work, it's cloudy skies, high near 65 degrees. Your 5:30 live weather is brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon, Dog and Cat Grooming on North Broad Street in West Hazleton. Call 459-0310. And your furry friend can look like Stormy, a schnauzer. You know, the weather's been pretty stormy, so he's a good one to have on with us tonight. If you'd like to make your furry friend an appointment at Lazy Dog, all you have to do is call 459-0310. And finally tonight, this story is coming to us from Western Pennsylvania once again. A 58-year-old man from Washington, PA, was charged with driving drunk, not once, but twice in the same night. Robert Brodnick was arrested Monday night when his blood alcohol level was at least double the legal limit. State police released Brodnick to the custody of a responsible party, but say that person must have dropped him off at his car because the same trooper saw him again driving. Brodnick told a local news station that he had 2 or 3 beers and just wanted to drive his new car home. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you for making us a part of your day. If you want to catch this newscast again, you can tune in tonight and tomorrow morning with a couple of rebroadcasts for you. And if you can't make the rebroadcast, don't forget we're always on at ssptv.com. On behalf of all of us here at News 13, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a safe night. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Join us Saturday, October 1st for the Seasons Change event hosted by D'Angelo Brothers, 100 North Conahan Drive in Hazleton. We have competitive running, a fitness walk, a kids fun run, road cycling, a children's bike safety rodeo, and more. The first 500 registered get a free event swirl. The Seasons Change event, Saturday, October 1st, D'Angelo Brothers in Hazleton. Learn more on our website, www.seasonschange.us, or call 570-455-9902. Look for great ways to save every day at Boyer's Food Markets, 999 West 15th Street in Hazleton and 318 South Hancock Street in McAdoo. Double coupons every day, only at Boyer's Food Markets.